pizza place after it closed down for nearly 2 decades, didn't even bother to check the machines if there was any coins left? Really?
So, Mikir asked me to do a simple project with a CNC machine. Anyway, here is the most complicated mechanical project I have ever embarked on. It is time to bring dinosaurs back. Let's start from the beginning. This stupid smile is of someone that just received his first CNC machine. I was asked to review the Cavera Air desktop CNC machine by Makira. Now, I'm not a reviewing channel, nor have I ever operated a CNC machine before. So the way I'm gonna review it is to see if it enables me to build my dream projects. Because that's how I see tools. They should help you take the ideas in your mind and make them a reality.
Dad. 2 decades, didn't even bother to check the machines if there was any coins left? Really? Okay, now the criminal NPCs are Mr. I'ma Lose My Hairline, Chopped Alien Gordo from Dragon Ball Z, and Santa Claus if he was poor and addicted to crack. And suddenly the chopped alien hears some noise and checks it out, finding a weird ass cupcake opening its eyes. Then he gets distracted and looks back, but it's gone, only to find the cupcake behind him and this yellow overgrown chicken named Chica. Then Druggy Santa sees it all go down, including seeing Chica looking at him, and he loses his shit. Ho ho ho. Aw, he looked like such a cutie patootie too. It's too bad he's going to die. And again, that's why money's important, because if you had money, you wouldn't be robbing a pizza place for a couple grand. Aw, and he put the hand on the window just like Rose from Titanic. Oh, I knew Druggy Santa was a romantic. Then the baby sister's brother sees the moving creepy teddy looking thing and tries running away, but he dies too. Now tired of waiting, the babysitter comes inside, then hearing a talking teddy bear, she gets intrigued and she dies too. Hera! Now maybe it's just me, but I found her death pretty funny because it just looked too unrealistic. Like, look at her kicking her feet. Aww. Meanwhile, Abby discovers the child custody papers and gets depressed. Aunt Karen wants you for money. But her ass smells like cigarettes. Well, I told your ass to listen. Are you gonna give me away? Yeah, duh. Then Vanessa shows up saying there was a break-in and blames Mike for using his sleeping pills as the reason it happened. So Mike sits her down to make her feel bad, telling her his brother was kidnapped and later his mom died and that his dad left for the milk. Wow, so his brother got kidnapped, his mom died, and then his dad left for the milk? Golly, Mike just might have the worst life ever. What's he gonna say next? He got cancer? And it works, because she feels so bad for him, she just sends him off with a warning. Then Mike calls the babysitter Max, but gets no response. Wait a minute, her name is Max? I was today years old when I found out that Max is a unisex name. I always thought that Max was a guy's name and only Maxine was used for girls. Anyway, Bro is forced to bring Abby to work, but she happy about it, because she likes spending time with her brother. Then they see the mess, and Mike's like, come on, I'm broke, so I can't quit, it is what it is. And yo, it was kind of sad when Abby said it feels like she's camping, because since she has no parents, this is the closest she's gotten to experience something like camping with a family. And later when Mike sees blood on the door, he just goes meh and gets a second jump scare. Really, dude? From that tiny thing? Come on. Then he cleans the place up, and to reward himself, he decides to sleep on the job again. Psst. Abby! Wow, you're asleep on the job? This is why you're a bum. So a mysterious voice wakes up Abby, and then she ends up meeting the creepy cartoon like robots. While in Mike's dream, he's finally able to talk to one of the kids who says, if we tell you who took your brother, what will you give us? I got $2 in my wallet. Boy! Then Mike says he'll give them anything, and the kid disappears, leaving a drawing of a rabbit. And once he wakes up, he finds out his sister's gone, and hearing her screaming, he ends up seeing the cartoon bots touching her. But she's all like, tee, they were just tickling me. Yes, I'm sure cartoon bots touching and tickling kids is totally normal. These are my friends, Bonnie, Foxy, Chica, and Freddy. They're autistic. Okay, we get it. It's a prank, bro. Come out now. Then Mike finds out it's not a prank, as his sister gives Bonnie a like and Freddy a hug before heading back home. And Mike's just looking at Abby like, what in the hell are you? So he starts analyzing her drawings and sees the 5 missing kids that he also sees in his dreams. For example, the ginger with a hook. The ginger with a hook. Black kid with bunny ears. Black kid with bunny ears. And later, Mike finds a drawing that shocks him the most and hands it to Abby to tell her what it means. That's your brother being kidnapped. I thought it'd be funny. So Abby confirms a boy with blonde hair told her about it, but didn't specify who took their brother, so Abby says she can ask them. And Mike goes, I bet, and takes her to his workplace again. Then we see Vanessa there as well, but Why? Isn't it, I don't know, illegal to enter a private facility whenever you want? And Mike finds out Vanessa knew all along that the cartoon bots were like this. Now Abby's all like, oh my gosh, I want to build a fort and play. And the bots actually help her build a fort and plays with her, which is weird because in scenes like these, you would never think that the cartoon bots are cold-blooded murderers that killed a Santa wannabe and a chopped alien. And later, when Mike tried touching the unfinished cartoon doll, Vanessa says, wait, and prevents Mike from getting his hand chopped off. Girl, you hella sus. Nuh-uh, you can't prove why. Then explain how you know everything about this place. Maybe I'm just better than you. And when Mike confronts her, Vanessa gets super aggressive, which makes her look more sus. Then Abby does her little dancey dance, and Mike says word for word, finding the guy that did this is the only thing that matters to me. And honestly, that sounds like a pretty sad and wasted life, all because of one event that changed his life completely. That dude is so obsessed over the past, he doesn't even have time to think about his own life now or his future. And speaking of not focusing on the present, Abby strums a guitar and gets injured in the process. But because she shows no signs of bruises or cuts or anything, I'ma just assume nothing really happened to her. This is all your fault. If you bring your sister again, I will shoot you. And Abby seeing all of this, she thinking, damn, my brother got no aura. I guess it's true you don't get no huss. And that's when Mike decided to call his aunt to take Abby away. So the next morning, the aunt shows up to babysit her and oh, look at her face. She's so disappointed. I have no money to afford you. No. I'm too broke. I hate you. I hate you, brokey. Wow, and that's why money's important. Now the aunt agrees to babysit for the day. In exchange, when he comes back, he signs them papers. Wait, how is the auntie not sussed out at all about the babysitter Max or her brother disappearing and not contacting her despite them making a deal? Guess she just don't care lah. And when Mike gets more sleeping pills, this happens. You know what works for me? I think. Shut up. Damn, that's a racist. And Mike goes to work early so he can do what he does best, which is sleeping on the job. But this time in his dream, he sees his ideal scenario where his dad's not a deadbeat and his mom and brother is still alive. Then the blonde kid uses the emotional manipulation to make a deal with Mike, that he can dream of his ideal scenario every day and be with his younger brother forever, but in exchange, they get Abby. And that's a terrible deal, by the way. So you're telling me you're gonna sell your sister so you can have better dreams? That's disgusting. I'd do that shit for free. Just kidding. Your broke ass could never take care of her. And Mike folds and agrees, making the blonde kid smile, but when he gets a flashback of Abby, he immediately regrets his decision and tries to take it back, but it's too late as the kids disappear. Then we see what I think is the funniest scene in the film, which is when the kids start attacking him. Because when you zoom in closely, it just looks ridiculous. Like, what is this? What is this? Is she trying to high five? Am I watching a horror film or is this live action Cocomelon? Because if you remove the sound and ignore the blood, it's just like they're going, hey. And when Mike wakes up, dude's stuck in a Jigsaw wannabe death trap, but thanks to good old plot armor, even though dude should have been dead by now, he escapes. And he gets to see his good old babysitter again, who's now dead. So he ran away, but the door rocked as the fox gets his ass. Meanwhile, the Karen that want money gon' get screwed by the Freddy. And when Abby sees Freddy, she easily agrees to go with him to play, even when she sees her aunt on the ground who could either be dead or unconscious. Don't worry, she's asleep. Well, I was hoping she was dead. Then we get a Corey Kenshin cameo. What the? Ah, shit. Teehee. Hold on, are little kids below the age of 10 even allowed to order and take taxis? Anyway, we learn Mike's still alive because he's the main character with plot armor, and turns out Vanessa knew they were targeting Abby this whole time and also knew who took his brother, but she pretended she didn't know shit to help the man controlling the bots. Why? Because the person who kidnapped and killed the 5 kids and killed Mike's brother and is now targeting Abby is Vanessa's father, William Afton the Yellow Rabbit, which is also why she's working as a cop to help cover her dad's crimes and keep his secret hidden, but says she did all that because she was manipulated by him. I'm so sorry. Then she says her dad hid the kids' bodies into the bots and that the ghosts of the missing kids live in the cartoon bots and are under her daddy's control. Huh? That makes no sense. But please continue. And she says the reason why they want to kill Abby is so that they can make Abby into one of them cartoon bots. So Vanessa gives weapons to Mike that can help stop the bots, but then she does the whole cliche, I can't go with you though, you have to do it on your own, I'm no good. And by the time Abby gets taken away to be killed by Chica, Mike shows up and plays red light, green light with them bots like he accordion in the Squid Game. Then he pours the water and electrocutes the bot chips out of them. Chica, what the hell is this? You die now. Then Mike pulls up and tases the overgrown Kentucky Fried Chicken and saves Abby. I found out who took my brother, so I'll care more about you now. Which is pretty sad because if he never found out who took his brother, he'd still be obsessed over the past. Then this ugly ass cupcake starts biting Mike and he goes, Abby, leave me, just go. And Abby's like, I bet, and leaves his ass. Like you would think she'd do one of them cliche like, no, I can't leave you. But instead she goes, oh, you want me? Say less. I am out of here. You know, you saved my life, but I'm definitely not saving yours. But Mike is able to stop Cupcake thanks to plot armor, while Abby attempts to hide from Foxy, and we're finally introduced to the Yellow Rabbit, the man that killed 5 kids and took Mike's brother. And the rabbit think he the Iron Man, as Abby gets pulled out by Vanessa, who stopped Foxy. I took your brother and I take your sister. Go to hell. Damn. He knocked out cold. Honestly, it feels like most of the movie is just Mike sleeping. Like, damn, dude, how much sleep do you need? And because the rabbit tells the bots to wake up, they wake their asses up and gets ready to kill our minimum wage sleeping beauty. Zaddy don't. And turns out the child-loving dad was the Korea's counselor from the start of the film, who's been using a fake name to hide his real identity. You ain't gonna shoot. Girly. Now, maybe I just don't know enough about the Five Nights at Freddy's video game, but the following scene is just ridiculous. So while Vanessa's getting choked by her daddy, Mike focuses on the drawing instead of Vanessa, who's dying, then comes up with the theory that since there's pictures of the 5 kids all happy with the yellow rabbit, he goes, if we make a new drawing of the yellow rabbit hurting the kids, that will make the ghost kid bots switch up on him. Yo, who the hell sees a friend dying and just goes, oh, but the drawings though, it's the drawings that can stop the yellow bunny. Like, I just know it. Like, I have no proof that this will work, but I just know if we draw the bunny being really mean and like put it up, then the yellow rabbit will stop. Huh? So Abby gets the drawing while we learn Rabbit Daddy ordered Vanessa to prevent Mike from learning the truth and to kill him if he does find out. Which makes me wonder, how many times did Vanessa listen to him and murdered God knows how many people because of it? And Abby's done and she goes, like she's taking a shit, and replaces the photo with a new one. Then Vanessa gets stabbed in the process because the dad's a piece of shit, and the cartoon bots actually switch up on him and see him for the man he really is. Wow, the plan actually worked. And his own rabbit suit starts stabbing him. And who knows, maybe the pain turns him on. Then he says he always comes back and puts his mask back on and gets dragged by the Ghost Kid bots while Mike takes Vanessa to the hospital. And as time passes, the principal says Abby doesn't act autistic anymore because she's not talking to invisible characters, while Vanessa is recovering well in the hospital. To be fair, you kinda deserve this. Get better, little bro. And Mike's now unemployed again and still really broke, so does that mean they'll get evicted because he can't pay his bills or what? Because the film does not give us an update on his financial situation. Then Mike agrees with Abby that they can go see the cartoon bots again someday, which pretty much implies there's going to be a sequel, as the film ends with the yellow rabbit still alive who's struggling but still breathing. Now, I definitely heard about this film in the past, but I never really wanted to do it because I just heard really mixed reviews about this movie and that only real fans of the video game will really like the film, and if not, the final season begins with the dad that has a daughter with cancer gets told by the guard Doru to pretend to be dead, and the other guards are excited she's finally joining them to sell the contestant organs. Now player 456 Kyun gets sent back to the games while the crew trying to find the Squid Games discuss the death of a crew member when it's this raggedy old man that killed him who is secretly working for the games. Now if you haven't watched the first 2 seasons, I highly recommend it, otherwise you're not going to really understand the start of this season, so go watch it, or you can watch the quick recaps I made for season 1 and 2. Anyway, Ki-hyun, wake up! And is completely traumatized, realizing most of the people that wanted to vote out of the games is now murdered, all thanks to his idea in trying to stop the games. And despite the cash pool prize being 660 grand per person, which is plenty to settle the average person's debt, the well majority vote to keep going cause they the Lulu. Damn, look at his face. Wrinkles love the money. So Kyun starts making everything about himself, throwing a hissy fit cause he has the plot armor. Then he sulks and pouts in the corner and says little to nothing for the next 2 episodes. Yeah, slay queen. Thanks for killing them off. Yeah. Hey Rosa, I heard you deadbeat. Is it cause you gay? Girl, I will kill you. Meanwhile, when the guards try to remove the daughter dad's organs, Doru goes full John Wick and smokes their organs with bullets instead. Your armpits smell like ass. And she then forces one of the doctors to save the player's life, and when he does, she kills the doctor anyway, then makes the player wear the guard's uniform to escape together in secret. And while the druggy do druggy things, Gi-hoon gets told it was Taeho that was unable to bring the ammunition to the players because he was too afraid, and so Ki-hoon starts blaming Taeho for the players' deaths even though it was his idea that got them all killed. So the next morning, Ki-hoon stares him down. Bruh, just leave that poor dude alone, he was just scared. And Ki-hoon, you were the leader. It was your idea. You were responsible for leading the charge to go against the games and against the gods. You led them. So as the leader, you should take full responsibility and accountability for yourself, saying, you know what? It's my fault. It's my idea. And people can get scared. Things can go wrong. I'll take full responsibility. You should have done that as a leader, but instead you're just gonna stare somebody down? What, because they were scared? Really? So the 4th game is hide and go seek, where there's a blue team and a red team. Now the blue team are given keys they can use to enter doors to hide, while the red team are given knives and must kill a blue player to advance to the next round. But when the guards say you can change sides with both players' consent, A mother and a son, a pregnant girl and her ex, switch places. So as other players switch sides, this old man's like, shit, I wanna switch. Hello, Daddy Kyun. Okay, never mind. And with Taeho fed up with Kyun staring at him, he decides to go and confront him. How you gonna blame me when it was your idea? You knew we couldn't win. 시발 그렇게 보지 마. Then Taeho mentions that when there were more players that wanted out of the games than those who wanted to stay, and they were about to battle each other that night, it was Kyun that convinced half of the red to play dead during the night, letting the blue slaughter the red. Even the frontman's like, you're willing to sacrifice people to try to stop the games? But all Kyun really did was let the blue kill a bunch of the red during the night, and then he takes most of the red to fight against the gods, getting nearly all of them killed, including Kyun's best friend. So thanks to Kyun, he got most of the players that wanted to leave the games die because he wanted to play hero so badly, and he has the audacity, despite it was him that made most of the players that wanted to leave die, you want to blame it on Taeho because he got scared? So yeah, when Taeho mentions they could have just won the fight against the players who wanted to keep playing, a lot more people could have left the games and be saved, and I agree with him completely. Anyway, this NPC choice saw the captain of the ship holding a screwdriver around the same time their crew member died and went missing, so the next day he drives to the captain's place to suss him out. And the fourth game began. So this cool lady says she can hear spirits and has a squad of Delulus following her. Now turns out each key is a different shape to open different doors. Take my arm useless. You're both useless. Yes. Then Kyun decides to kill Taeho because he can't take accountability. Wait, you're not Taeho. Oh, I'm racist. So Druggy and Crypto Scammer gang up on the blue players. And Minzu, who is the semi-simp, finds the drugs dropped by the druggie and becomes the druggie too. The pregnant lady fractures her ankle and puts on a show. 하지마. She's handicapped anyway. Should I? Huh? Man, this player is so based. So 120 beat his ass and give him the kimchi stab. You open it. Hello? Bye. Goodbye. Oh. Yo, I'm not gonna lie, obviously no one likes him, but he's clearly a well-written character. So while Crypto Bro tries his best to find and protect Chuni, she twists her ankle so bad it looked like she got a damn baseball in there, like, damn. But what happens next is just ridiculous. So when the timer on the clock clearly says 15 minutes, Juni's water breaks and she goes into labor. But when the clock's at 10 minutes, Juni gives birth to the CGI baby. Wait, so Juni gave birth in 5 minutes? 5 minutes? Most people can't even take a shit in 5 minutes, and you're telling me she just popped out a whole ass baby in 5 minutes? 5? I can't even get Uber Eats in 5 minutes and she just popped it out just like that? Really? Yo, this might be the first time in human history where a man lasts longer in bed than a woman does during labor. This is just ridiculous. Now, the reason why I like Squid Games more than Alice in Borderland was just because the games felt more realistic. In Alice in Borderland, you're transported to another world, so even if you survive and win, you don't even get any prize. Whereas in Squid Game, it felt like the everyday common person who's poor, financially struggling, and in debt can go to these games, and it's literally about challenging your own ethics and morals for money. What ethics and morals are you willing to sacrifice to get some money? That's what I liked about it, and that's what made it feel realistic. But the moment I saw a CGI, AI looking ass baby from a woman that just gave birth in 5 minutes, I was like, bruh, Squid Game, what are we doing? Also, this means that Chuni knew going into the games that at any moment she was gonna give birth. I'm just like, what were you thinking? Even if you didn't know that the games were gonna be super violent, like, you should be resting and preparing for labor. What are you